local student reception. Picture is literally me a year ago. I also attended the local student reception, not knowing I was attending HBU, kind of being forced to come because you get free food, you get your order, you look cool. And so this is me and my parents, they're sitting in the back right there, kind of here to support me as they have been my whole college journey. So a little bit about me as a commuting freshman. I commute down here from Eva Beach, and it's roughly about 25 to 30 minutes. On a good day, it could be 20. Just don't tell my parents that. Today, I've actually been here since about like 6 a.m. because I had a 7:30 a.m. lab. But that's just kind of how it works. You're able to chill on campus regardless. Another thing is I currently volunteer at Kaunimomi's Women Health Center. It's an opportunity that I've been able to experience through HBU. And I just started recently, but it's because I'm a nursing major and I'm trying to just get involved in my field. Another thing is I own a small lay business to keep me going through college at Kylays on Instagram. For all your graduating seniors, let me know. And last but not least, outside of HBU, I am a hula and teasing dancer for Hui o Ku'ulubegi. We perform at the Marriott on Mondays, and you can catch us at many local events like Kamakan and All in One. So, to talk about what you guys are here to hear about is kind of the school and academic life of HBU. As a freshman, a local freshman, one of my biggest fears was I won't make friends because I don't live on campus. You know, I commute, so I'm just in and out for classes. But we see here that small class sizes would lead to a better bond with your professors. Pictured in that corner on the left with that big check was recently we had a makerspace challenge where it was part of my midterm, but my professor, who's obviously more excited than I am, made us go for the competition, and we ended up winning $1,000 just from a midterm project. And so building that bond with your professors allows you to not only create a better relationship, but gives you more opportunities that you never thought you'd be a part of. Another thing is we have many opportunities to work, participate in local culture events. Pictured in the middle is a partnership with the local HPD for my social work project, as we talked about drug and substance abuse. But HPU also offers a lot of cultural immersion days, like Lodi Work Farms, and just being engaged with the culture, which really helps connect the local and out-of-state students. Another thing is HPU has a lot of great academic resources found throughout HPU. I promise I'm not making you say this because my peer mentor here in the corner, she's a senior here at HPU. Her name's Princess, but she was in my Unit 1000 class, which is a class that HPU offers for freshmen to bridge the transition between high school and college to make it an easier learning curve. And so we're able to meet, get free cafe drinks, and talk about basically life and just how she was able to make it through her 4 years and how it'll be an easier process for her. In this bottom right corner is me in my lab. I put this picture in because I mentioned that HBU has a lot of great academic resources, and one of that is we have a lot of access to kind of like the biomed area. Sometimes we partner up with the John A. Burns School of Medicine for anybody interested in research, or we'll partner up with local farms for anything like that. We recently opened up our labs down in the downtown center by 4th Street, I believe. But those are real skeleton heads that I had to assess for my A&P lab work. And so that's just a little bit about HPU and its academics. And a big question that I had was, how's the college life? You know, it's not a traditional campus, if you haven't noticed. Where we are now, we have 3 lecture halls, but this whole floor is dorms. And so this isn't really our main classroom. Our classroom is kind of like a 10 to 15 minute walk down this way to Waterfront Plaza, but we also have our labs and our computer science and our math classes down in 4th Street. So we're kind of spread out around downtown, and for any marine bio interests, your classes will probably end up by Makapu'u side. So because we don't have a traditional campus, it's kind of hard to picture a college life. But of course I had to include that HBU has a lot of registered student organization clubs, and pictured in the left side is HBU's Christian Student Organization. I currently hold the role as president, as the former president graduated in the winter, I kind of was, not forced, but willingly took this position. And yes, it was a learning curve, but just being involved allows you to kind of see the campus and the student body a lot more. Another thing is, if you guys do decide to come here, you will experience freshman orientation. Free luau, free lunch cruise, like come on guys, like what could you even ask for? But this is me pictured with a lot of local friends that also decided to come to HBU to experience a college life that isn't as traditional as others. Another thing we have is we have lots of sports events that we have at Shark Tank. That's what our gym is called. But recently we had the HBU basketball homecoming where we gave away, I believe it was the Kulalola tour, and then another thing was a moped, because if you guys have passed by where you parked, there's a ton of mopeds. That's a lot of what people use here. And so there was mopeds, there was free food trucks, and all of those like free things also come from CAB, which is another big part of our student body for student involvement. CAB stands for Campus Activity Board. We recently had the Sharky show in here, which was a talent show. Pictured in the middle was my friend Francesca, and she sang. And a couple of my friends also won the awards. I think they won like $500 and $300. And then again, these are all free events that are included in your tuition. Whether it be like a de-stress event where we'll have local vendors and food trucks come and supply us with food as we're stressing for midterms and finals. Or it can even be an off-campus event where recently in the Sharky Swells they offered a Wi-Fi trip for free, just because we already paid for it in a tuition. So it's really good to get involved. And the final club I have up here is the HBU Rec Club. This started this semester. And so I'm just a runner of this club. No executive position here, but as you can see, it's very easy to kind of have that mindset of I'm local, like I won't have that college life because I won't experience it. But really, it's just about putting yourself out there, getting involved, meeting like-minded people, and enjoying your time in college. And so these were just some pics and clips of my first semester. I'm currently in my second semester. It's the spring semester, so it is a little rough, but we're almost done. And so here are just some final takeaways I wanted to talk about before I end and pass it over to our alumni. You don't have to go out of state to experience the college life. My dad is probably nodding his head and rolling his eyes because it's something he's told me my entire time trying to make this a college decision. Wanting to go off island is obviously every local wants to go off island. You know, like who wants to stay at home? But HBU is very diverse in its student body. You get the feel of being exposed to different cultures and backgrounds. We have a ton of international students, along with out-of-state students, where you're able to make different connections in that way. But also, the college life is different. And it doesn't matter whether you're home or not. I mean, it's very valuable when you are home because you get to come home to a support system that I promise you will need. Yes, independence, but there will be those days where you realize that home is truly where the heart is. Another thing is our small class size and connection with professors and staff lead to an easier academic experience. And especially when you're going through tough times, the HBU professors and staff are able to help us do that. We have a lot of programs known as the Center of Academic Success, where we have free tutors here at HBU, along with peer success coaching, where we have upperclassmen come and talk to the freshmen just to help them transition easier. Another thing we have is the behavioral program for HBU offers a free therapy program, as well as events to either de-stress or get involved in the community. And last but not least, your college experience is based on how you portray it to be. My tips for you guys is to get involved, build on relationships, and remember you only experience life once. High school is very surreal. I know a lot of you are probably experiencing senioritis, as I was about a year ago. And just, even if you haven't made a decision, you're kind of like, your parents are bugging you like, when are you gonna apply, when are you gonna enroll, are you going here, are you going there? It's a lot, trust me, I get it. But you can take your time on your decision, you don't have to know. Some of my friends are still in a major, they won't know they're about to be sophomores, but they're still enjoying the ride that they're on right now. And so, wherever you end up going, whether it is HBU or not, I hope this gives you a little bit of an insight on the life of a local student here and how vivid your college life can be just by getting involved, meeting new people, and allowing yourself to experience new things.
Thank you, Kylie. I really appreciate that you mentioned all the different activities that you can that you have access to that you pay for your tuition and fees. I think that's really important to note as local students because, as Kylie mentioned, sometimes it feels like